Hey everyone, Jacob here, back with the DM planning session for episode 34 of Fragments. No camera this week, sorry about that, but I just wanted to get this video through and let you guys know about how I prepped for episode 34. So we played last night, it was a great session, it was a lot of fun, and it was kind of a return to form, I think, for me, after so much time spent in the Fancy Isles. The last session was after the time skip. 2 years had passed, just over 2 years, and the party is going to find Nelfura. So basically, a lot of the prep I did was for the arc, which I can't show, but the at least for right now, this is really all I had. I knew that they were going to head to Idris, teleport near the forest. Excuse me. They teleported to the entrance of the Mistwood Forest, so they had to fight or travel for 2 days. They did fight along the way, which I'll get to in a second. In Idris, I had a few ideas, and I have a lot of Idris stuff in. Let's see if I can find it. Tons of information that I've written over the course of a long time, and a lot more than just what's here. But I knew that they would do that and talk to Nelfura, and then it was kind of open to whatever they wanted to do. So, you know, it was very open, and I just kind of wanted to get back, like I said, to form and be able to improvise as much as I could. And it ended up being a lot of fun. So I planned a little bit about the Nelfura conversation. I wanted to say how she was cursed to exist outside of time. I actually forgot to say Lord of Brill. I said that it was in the Calamity. That's fine. I'm gonna go with Calamity anyway. So basically, this was just a hook for getting them to Avranath, who is in Dorain. So yeah, also they met Riordan. Nadri introduced them, and yeah, just talk about the war. But honestly, it was a pretty low-key kind of session. I did have a fight, so I planned this fight where retrievers would come and seek out Zuskell. So retrievers basically can find a creature without normal means of location. So they were able to find her, and they were going to bring her back to teach her. So I had 3 of them, because that's pretty balanced for a party of this level. I probably could have thrown in 4 to make it a little more harrowing, but I didn't want it to be like a super deadly encounter. I was just like, this is a fight, like, teacher doesn't know how strong they are, so he's just gonna send them after the party. And it was fun. They almost got Zuskell away. Sea of Stars kind of saved her, so that was cool. So yeah, that was a big fight. They had that in the Mistwood Forest, and then they traveled to Idris. I didn't plan, like I said, I didn't plan very much of Idris, because I was just I'd played in Idris in a different campaign, or I'd run it a long time ago, so it's all just been floating in my head. So I just kind of improvised and went with it. There was one thing that happened in the session that I wasn't expecting that I really liked, which was Zuskell using telepathic bond to allow Matthias to be seen and heard by everyone, especially Nelfura. That was big, and in the session, which you should totally watch if you haven't yet, they kind of got into it, and it was that was a moment where I had this opportunity to give them more information and reward my players' ingenuity and trying things. And I could have held back and not given them information that's pivotal, but I mean, as a DM, it's very much my belief that you have to reward that kind of effort. If the information's there, you don't make stuff up, but if if they shortcut their way to some information, you give it to them. It makes a more compelling narrative, and it shows players how they can be rewarded. So anyway, yeah, also there are some pretty shitty maps that I made, I don't know, 5 years ago. This is Mistwood Forest. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically my prep for this session. I did some other stuff, like I added Vineyard things so that everyone can see, like, just to have a little bit of reminder who everyone is. I don't have tokens or anything like that for these individuals yet, but that's okay. And I made a lot of the Idris people because I just had, which also I don't own any of this art, so apologies. But again, yeah, that's just some reference for my players that I wanted them to have. So if they need to draw on close enough to what characters look like and who they are, they can do so. So anyway, that was the prep for episode 34. It was a pretty short prep. I relied mostly on improv and it worked really well, I think. It was cool seeing after the time skip how everyone acted. We got to see Joey updated and Cloud, and it was super fun, so be sure to check that episode out. After that session, we had kind of a recap of episodes 0 through 33, so that'll be up on our channel this Saturday if you're watching this episode right when it's coming out. If not, yeah, it'll be up. So thank you for watching this. I appreciate it. Let me know what you think. Again, this is a very planning light episode. Excuse me, because I spent most of my prep time planning the arc that's coming out, and I don't want to spoil that quite yet for my players nor for viewers. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and have a wonderful Telltale day. Bye, everyone.